Warren from our Sedona sales office. Welcome.
Thank you.
And so Jeannie, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're in Sedona,
Yes.
so we know that much. Tell us the rest of the story.
Okay, well, I came to Sedona in 1990, and I thought I'd make my home there for a few years, and Sedona welcomed me, and over the years it became more and more a home, a place to really grow and to become more of who I am. So I've enjoyed it immensely, and part of my dream in Sedona was to someday own a home of my own, and as a single mother it was a challenge. There were very expensive homes and a few moderate priced homes, but overall I watched the market for a very long time, and eventually I got a real estate license as a part of my job in a timeshare resort. And so I found that I really loved all of the paperwork, the contracts, the negotiations. And the ironic part is that most of my career has been in customer service, social services, things like that. My college studies were all psychology and humanities. So I've developed a great skill at negotiation, at understanding where people are coming from, having a more compassionate nature. I find that when I work with clients now, it's really easy for me to push things through that sometimes we would get stuck on, and do it in a way that everybody feels happy in the end. And so it's been a really interesting journey for me.
Yeah, and so you've been in real estate for a while, and you like working with people. And
Very
so
much, yeah.
what are some of the things that are unique about you in how you work in real estate?
I think I have a pretty good balance between beauty and brains in terms of what I'm attracted to.
Okay.
So I like a home that's going to be a good investment. In fact, when I sold my own home, I made more than twice what I paid for it.
Wow.
And this was not during the bubble. This was well after the bubble. So I know that with good bones, any property can really appreciate in this area. And Sedona is not just a place to come and live and to make money or to buy and sell homes. Sedona is a place that invites people to explore and grow themselves. And that becomes highly attractive and highly addictive. People want to stay. But we do find that people want to leave after a few years. Sometimes their parents are aging or their children are growing and having their own families. And they need to know that when they sell those homes, they're going to get what they put into them back out. And I always look for that in a home. But I also have an eye for design, so I love looking at homes. I enjoy the process, and I don't care if I have to look at 100 homes for one client. If we find the right home for them, that's what makes me happy.
Oh, so yeah, because real estate really is about helping people.
In my vision, it's all about helping people.
Great. Now, kind of one of the final questions here. Do you prefer working more with buyers or more with sellers, or do you have are you comfortable with both? What's your preference?
It's a really good question. Obviously, working with sellers seems to be the easiest thing, and you have all the other agents in the MLS that are also working for you. But I really find that my skill lies in working with buyers. It's a highly emotional decision when you spend that much money and it's going to be your home or your investment property. And I really know that my ability to tune into people's needs and desires, even the ones they're not talking about, helps me to help them. And also, again, when it comes time to negotiate those needs and those desires and working out differences with the seller's position, that is a place where I have a better skill. So buyers are my
Buyers
babies.
are your thing. They're and evidently you're good at it, so that's really good. If I had a buyer maybe relocating from out of the state that doesn't know Sedona, maybe looking to retire, how much leadway time would you think they would need to learn about the market and learn about the things that the area offers? Is that something they can do in a week or a couple of months?
Honestly, Steve, I've had people walk in my office, and the very first day they arrived in Sedona, they wanted to go out and look at homes, and I actually have sold a home that we looked at on the first day to a family, and they were very happy there. So really, it's a matter of how well the person knows what they want, knows themselves, has the fluidity, the flexibility to make decisions, to trust what their gut instinct tells them. I'm really a big proponent on that because I do think that the heart has its own wisdom, and when the heart and the mind are aligned, people will make the right decision for them.
Well, excellent. Well, hey, thanks for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Steve Irwin, and today we have Tina Cobos with us.
Hello.
Hi, Tina.
Hi.
So, Tina, you've been really looking at the Idlewild Track area of Prescott. I know it's an area that's a favorite area of yours, and I know that viewers are interested in it. So tell us a little bit about that part of Prescott, where it's located at.
It is a favorite area. I live in the neighborhood, and it's pretty close to the base of Thumb Butte, which butts up against National Forest, and we have a tremendous amount of outdoor space in that subdivision.
Okay, and so, but I also know that you're a mountain biker and trail walker, and I know it's a big draw for that area, so tell us a little bit about that.
Basically from the front door of my house, you can get on your bike and you can be on the national trails and the biking trails within 10 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on how fast you ride.
For me, it might take a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful, if you're into the outdoors, it's just a perfect area for it.
Great. And so some of the style of homes over there are very, I don't want to say eclectic, but they're very nice.
Well, I think eclectic is a good
Okay.
description, because you have, for example, you have small homes in the area, maybe 1,000 square feet, and then you have large homes. So you have a good mix. It's not a cookie cutter style subdivision. It's not an official subdivision. It
Right.
grew naturally. It's very nice.
So it's more of a neighborhood.
Yes, very much so. As a matter of fact, we all know each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's really a lot of fun, and there's a lot of artists in the neighborhood, and there's some writers in the neighborhood. So yeah, it's very, we're tied in together.
So I know the elevation at the courthouse is like 5,300 feet, and that subdivision's a little bit higher.
It
seems
is.
like.
I'd probably give it another 400 to 500.
And so you're probably getting snow where maybe downtown Prescott wouldn't get snow in the winter.
Maybe a little bit more, but
Okay.
that's hard to gauge because we're only 10 minutes from downtown.
Oh, that's right.
You know, and that's a bike ride.
Yeah, that's a bike ride or a nice walk.
Or a nice walk, exactly.
And so, but you have all the city amenities.
Yeah, but you feel like you're away from it all in
Yeah.
that neighborhood.
And so just on the other side of that neighborhood, that's not the incorporated part of Prescott, that's probably county?
It is. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up. We are one house away from the city limits.
Oh,
So right next door, city limits, and then just to the west of us is county.
okay.
Yeah,
And the forest.
and the forest, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it's really neat in that respect. You got the best of two worlds.
Uh-huh. And there are some designer homes. Do you know any of the architects that designed some of those?
Yes, Ron Rustling has probably designed, I think, about 4 homes at least in that area. One of them is on Ponderosa Lane. It's a beautiful, large rock house, 3,400 square foot, with a guest house and unbelievable views. From the kitchen sink, you see San Francisco peaks, and from the living room, you see Granite Mountain, Thumb Butte, you see it all.
So no HOAs,
No HOAs.
no privacy walls,
That's right.
a lot of natural landscaping in the area.
Very much so, yep.
And so what about animals? I know you get deer up there a lot?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I was showing the Ponderosa Lane house just the other day, and coyote went by, and I've seen bobcat in the
Wow.
yard. Yes,
Okay.
it's wild. It's the wild, wild west, you know,
With beautiful homes.
with beautiful homes.
Well,
Yep.
excellent. Well, thank you, Tina. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.